Deep in the mountains, there lived a woodcutter with no name worth remembering, no dreams, no ambitions. Each day was the same: climb the mountain, swing the axe, and return home to his aging mother before dark. All he owned was a worn blade and a heart full of love for the woman who raised him alone. One autumn morning, a deer came crashing through the underbrush, trembling, desperate, a hunter closing in fast. The woodcutter looked into the deer's eyes. He didn't think. He simply pulled back the branches and let the animal vanish into the shadows. Not because he was noble, but because something in that gaze looked unbearably familiar. The look of a creature that had been running for a very long time, with nowhere left to go. When the hunter passed and the forest fell silent, the deer spoke. "I will repay you. Tonight, when the moon rises, go to the lake in the eastern valley. Fairies will descend from heaven to bathe. Hide one of their feathered robes. But hear me carefully. Do not return it until she has given you 3 children. Not 2, 3. That night, something pulled him toward the lake like a current he couldn't name. The water was silver beneath the moon. Light poured down from the sky, and with it came laughter, bright and weightless, like sound from another world. And then he saw her. She wasn't the most radiant among them, but she was the only one who kept looking away, not at the sky, not at the water, but somewhere far beyond both, like someone searching for something they couldn't name. He recognized that look. He had worn it himself on the longest days, staring into dying fire without knowing why. Quietly, he reached out and gathered one robe into his arms. By dawn, the others rose back into the sky. All except one. She stood alone at the edge of the lake, staring upward, swallowing a grief too large to name. The woodcutter stepped forward and draped his worn coat over her shoulders. "You don't need to be afraid. I have nothing much to offer, but I have a warm home, and I mean you no harm." She studied him for a long moment. His eyes were the eyes of someone who had never learned how to lie. She went with him. To be continued in Part 2. Does she ever find out he hid her wings?